Hey, Magnus, can I ask you a question about managed services?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. A managed service is when you solve a business problem using a service that you cannot solve for yourself. For example, fixing your compliance or security. You don't have the team to do that yet, but maybe you will get it in the future. And in the meantime, you get a managed service to help you solve that problem.
Hello, my name is Magnus Martinsson, and I work at Devoteam as a cloud expert engineer. I'm here to tell you about the little secret called a managed service. What exactly is it, how does it work, and why would it benefit you? The answer to this question is part of a longer series that we have about managed services that you can subscribe to, and you can go in and check all these videos about each answer in turn. And if you have another question that you want to ask, go ahead and send it to us and I'll see about answering it for you. Managed service, what is that? Well, I want to talk first about the core tenets, if you will, of a managed service. What is that and why does it benefit you? So, with a managed service, you get access to a leading engineering professional team that know exactly everything about a specific business problem in the cloud. Let's say compliance. This team knows everything there is to know about compliance, and they have built reusable components and solutions that solve that problem for you and for many other customers. It is imperative that these solutions are delivered automatically and using what's known as infrastructure as code, so that these components and solutions are reusable and can be put into production for your benefit. That means that they follow, of course, all kinds of, best practices and standards and various things that just make the cloud brilliant in terms of how you share knowledge and share solutions. So what's good about that is that if you buy something and it's delivered to you once, that thing that is delivered to you will become out of date, because what we know about the cloud more than anything else is that the only constant in the cloud is change. It's going to definitely change. And if you buy a component and it's compliant and you try to put that into production, sure, it's going to be compliant the first time. After a week or a month or what have you, it's not going to be compliant anymore because compliancy has changed in the cloud. And so this team automatically discovers when a compliancy is broken for the component that they care about or they maintain. So they will put out an update to it, deliver it automatically to you, and maintain it over time so that you can trust that you will be compliant over time. And you will be able to decide as well as a customer when you take a new version into production. So you get the benefit of the solution, but you don't have to build it or maintain it. Some of what I just said probably sounds a little bit like consultancy. Isn't this more like a professional service? Well, as we know, a professional service is when you hire a consultant or an expert to work with your team for a short time or a longer duration to kind of help with your staffing. You need more people to build more solutions and to be more, agile and fast and successful. Brilliant. That's a professional service. The difference, again, with a managed service is that you only get access to the solution of the problem. The solution is built in such a way that it can benefit you as a customer immediately to tackle and solve that business problem for you. Again, using best practices and infrastructure as code and what I mentioned. So there is, as you can see, there is a difference there. These people don't show up at your door, but they do deliver automatically the solution to you. When I say automatically, I mean kind of almost all the time, right? You can get most things with automation. And so automation is important and is set up to benefit you, that automatically new components and new solutions arrive and new versions of what you subscribe to with the managed service just comes to you automatically. Brilliant. If that's not the case, for some things that can possibly, that it can be done, the managed service provider will also send you something that looks a lot like a professional services team, probably remote, that will guide you through a one-time setup and get everything in order so that you are ready to receive the benefit of the managed service. And therefore, you get empowered, right? You get ability to adopt the value of the service that you have bought. So that's key for a managed service provider. If they can't, make you successful with their product or their service, why would you continue to subscribe to it, right? So that has to be part of a managed service, that it is automatic or enable you or empower you to become successful using the service. The thing about the cloud is that there are so many things that you need to be on top of, that need to be in your arsenal, right? You have to have a solid strategy. You have to be able to adopt new solutions in the cloud. Your governance needs to be in check. Your operations needs to be there. Who is maintaining your solutions? Who is running them? And who's caring for them? There are so many things that you should be on top of, and it's hard. Nobody can really be that because it's too complicated, and to be honest, it's also quite expensive to be on top of everything. So instead, you might consider getting some help with certain things, right? Not all the things, just a few things, just specific things that you are able to select. Okay, I want help with this. Maybe, your business is to create brilliant software solutions that benefit your customers, and that's how you make business and make money, right? That's your job. That's what you do. But running operations 24/7 maybe isn't your thing. Maybe it isn't something that you need to have a team on staff to take care of. That could be something that you should get as help from someone else, a managed service. And maybe, this compliancy thing I talked about again, it's a good example. There's lots of other things like security and operations that I mentioned and so forth. But compliancy, for example, again, what we know about compliancy is that it always changes. And since it does, you need to upskill your staff to understand these changes continuously, forever. That's just a part of it. Security and compliancy and regulations and these things will always update. So instead of each and every individual engineering team that you maintain or that you have that maintain your business services, having to, each of them stay on top of all this, maybe you just get that as a service. You should get some help, right? And maybe you want to have a cloud security team on staff in your company. That might be a good thing. That might be non-negotiable for you. You might need to have that. Well, it's hard to get one. It's really, really difficult to find and hire trained and experienced cloud security engineers. If you find them, don't ever lose them. Keep them, please, forever, because they're gonna be brilliant for you and for your business, absolutely. However, maybe you don't have them today, and maybe your business needs to start moving now. So getting a managed service of security to help ensure that you meet your security requirements for now or for a while is a well worth investment. And then, of course, in the same time, in the meantime, while you're consuming this managed service, you can also see about understanding how to upskill your own staff to become cloud security experts. Maybe they're not yet, or just hire the right people. So in the meantime, you should get some help. And that's what managed services are. Managed services, they are here to help. Getting a managed service is kind of just business smarts, if you will. You get the solution to your business problem managed for you by someone else, and you get that delivered as a service. So now you know what a managed service is. If you have any additional questions, thoughts, or just want to chat or reach out and understand more about managed services, please don't hesitate to send me a note. Thank you.